Today we find ourselves on the easternmost edge of Tham Phra Prathun subdistrict in Prachuap Khirikhan province. Arriving late last night, we opted to pitch our tent near our intended destination. With Thailand experiencing a scorching heatwave for the past few weeks, our aim is to make an early start before the day becomes uncomfortably hot. Upon our arrival, we were greeted by some curious stray dogs, eager to defend their territory with a round of barking. However, armed with dog food for such encounters, we quickly won them over. To our surprise, they remained nearby through the night, seemingly standing guard over our tent, or, more likely, anticipating more treats. As morning dawned, they sought refuge in the shade, as the heat of the day was already making its presence felt. Today, we embark on an exploration of Tham Phra Prathun, a Buddhist cave nestled halfway up a mountain. Our ascent starts at a statue of Prauput, a revered Buddhist deity with authority over all water, typically depicted in a seated half-lotus position, often over water. Believed to remove obstacles to progress and quell danger, this deity, known as Shin U Pagak in Myanmar, is also popular in Thailand, where he is often depicted wearing a hat crafted from a giant lotus leaf, a symbol of water, purification, and Buddhist enlightenment. The staircase is adorned with the Thong Thamachak, the Thai Buddhist flag, featuring a reddish wheel of law or Dhammachakra emblem on an orange background. Alternating with this is the Thai national tricolour, known as Thong Trairong, which comprises of horizontal stripes in red, white, slightly broader blue, white, and red. These colours symbolize the nation, red, the monarchy, blue, and religion, white. The hot air resonates with the sound of cicadas, insects known for their loud, buzzing calls, produced by specialized membranes on their abdomens, in order to attract mates. Near the top of the staircase is a gilded statue of May Pra Thorani, goddess of the earth. Above it sits a platform with a white Buddha statue seated in the meditation pose. Our climb is rewarded with a breathtaking panoramic view of the surrounding landscape, complemented by the sight of a golden, bell-shaped structure perched atop a colossal pink and white lotus flower. The lotus, a member of the water lily family, holds sacred significance for both Hindus and Buddhists. It is intricately tied to the divine birth of the Buddha, as legend has it that upon his birth, the infant took 7 steps, causing lotus flowers to bloom wherever he touched the earth. The lotus is a metaphor for enlightenment, as it rises from the mud towards the light, akin to Buddhism's transcendence from worldly impurities to spiritual illumination. The petals symbolize the 4 noble truths and the eightfold path that the Buddha revealed to the world. Upon blooming, lotus flowers unveil the hard core with its seeds, an allegory for new life. Pedestals used as the base for Buddha images are often in the form of a lotus, while the traditional Thai greeting, the Y, involves bringing the hands together in the shape of a closed lotus flower, as a gesture of respect. After the initial climb up, we now descend into the cave, where the entrance is guarded by a number of dogs. The sound of the cicadas outside is drowned out by the dogs barking, and eventually will fade away as we venture deeper into the cave. Against the back wall of the first and largest chamber of the cave is a platform serving as an altar, featuring several large golden Buddha statues. While our guide to the cave, a Buddhist monk, attends to some chores, he suggested that we first explore this section of the cave on our own until he is ready to lead us into the main cavern. In the ceiling, several natural holes allow daylight to filter into the chamber. After a brief look in the main hall, we set off in the direction to which the monk pointed us. Soon, we find a bamboo platform used by monks to sit on while meditating. A little further, we encounter a statue of Jivaka Komara Bhakka, the most celebrated doctor in India during the Buddha's time and the Buddha's personal physician. Adjacent to this are some cave paintings of horses in a reddish-brown color. The horse is the seventh animal in the Chinese zodiac, and it represents strength and energy. Those born in the year of the horse are said to have an outgoing personality. In Buddhism, the horse is one of the four animals that represent the four stages of life or the four ashram in the life of the Buddha, with the horse referring to Kanthaka, the snow-white horse of Prince Siddhartha, that was born on the same day as its master and carried him away from the palace during the Great Departure, while the other three stages are represented by an elephant, a bull, and a lion. The primary Buddha statue in the cave is seated within an ornate frame called Crystal Palace, and is a replica of the Prauput Chinnarat image located at Wat Phra Sri Ratana Mahathat in Pitsanulok. The monk not only looks after the cave, but also its visitors, including the dogs. He grabs his torch and we begin our guided tour of the inner sanctum of the cave. From here on, we let him do the talking as he leads us, torch in hand, through the subterranean labyrinth of tunnels and chambers, revealing the hidden marvels concealed within the depths of the cave. Our guide points out that these stalactites are still actively dripping water, and these particular ones never stop dripping the year round. He points his torch to a yellowish-green patch formed by bacteria feeding on minerals, adding that there are more scattered around. He explains that during the hot season, only the higher levels feature dripping stalactites, while the lower levels, usually abundant with them during winter, are now devoid of any. Stalactites, mineral formations that hang from the ceilings of caves, are created over extended periods as mineral-rich water drips and deposits minerals. Typically, stalactites form as minerals are deposited from water seeping through the Earth's surface. This, the monk gestures, is a large stalagmite, explaining that during the cold season, it flushes with water, cascading all the way down into a natural basin at its bottom. Rainwater would drip down from high up in the ceiling, depositing its minerals onto the stalagmite, gradually shaping and adding layers to its form. The basin, now dry and full of cave crickets and worms, would then be brimming with water. Cave crickets, also known as camel crickets or spider crickets, are a type of cricket that typically inhabit dark, damp environments. They are characterized by their long hind legs, which resemble those of a spider, and they lack wings. Cave crickets are scavengers, feeding on organic matter like fungi, decaying plant material, and occasionally dead insects. When pointing out some curtain-shaped stalactites, we spot some bats hanging high up in the ceiling. At nightfall, these nocturnal creatures will fly out to find food. The light of the monk's torch disturbs some, causing them to start flying around. Suddenly, the monk spots a tiger, or at least what seems to him like one. It appears he's entered into a bout of pareidolia, as he starts pointing out various animals he perceives in the random patterns of the rocks. Then, a heart, and the head of an elephant, complete with tusks. Curtain-shaped stalactites form when mineral-rich water drips down from the ceiling of a cave and deposits minerals along the edges of existing formations or along fractures in the rock. Here, he sees a dolphin. And here, he sees a rock formation that looks like coral. Here, a close-up image of what looks like coral polyps, tiny, sac-like organisms with cylindrical bodies. Look how this stalagmite sparkles in the light, our guide exclaims enthusiastically. Now, let's delve into the realm of creatures from Thai and Buddhist mythology. First, a colossal Garuda, a majestic mythical bird closely linked with the Hindu god Vishnu and revered as the national symbol of Thailand. On the other side, a naga protrudes from the wall. This serpent, with cobra-like traits, is often seen at Buddhist temples. It acts as the guardian of the Buddha and the protector of earthly waters. Befittingly, the naga is believed to reside across 3 realms, including the subterranean world, where it safeguards precious minerals and gems. Coincidentally, in iconography, the naga is also often depicted alongside the Garuda, considered the natural enemy of snakes. Consequently, the naga is frequently portrayed engaged in battle with Garuda. As we ascend to the higher echelons of the cave, the monk observes more stalactites that he dubs alive, signifying their active drip of water. As we approach the cave's exit, a new group of visitors led by a female assistant arrives. The monk informs her that he will take charge and instructs the girl to escort us back to our car. Gone unnoticed on my way in, possibly due to the distraction of the dogs. Upon closer observation, I now discern a statue of Hanuman at the cave's entrance. Hanuman, son of Vayu, the god of wind, is an albino half-god monkey, known for aiding Rama against Ravana in the epos Ramayana. With the heat that lingered even within the cave, the monks, having noticed our tent during their early morning alms round, kindly offered us access to their showers and some food before sending us on our way. As we bid farewell to the local people and monks, and remember our warm encounters, we spot a group of wild macaques, the icing on the cake of our adventure.